Okay, so we've driven through downtown Houston and we are now at Impact Hub Houston. And you might see in the reflection behind me some of the buildings downtown. Along the way we passed Kinder Morgan's headquarters, or a major office building of Kinder Morgan, the energy company that was sort of at a center of the Standing Rock protests. And so, you know, it's important to understand that the impact space is framed against the climate justice movement. And that's why it's so important to understand the corporate takeover of the environmental movement through Greta Thunberg, through corporate branding of environmentalism and environmental solutions. Because what is going to be rolling out in this Build Back Better post-COVID frame is a world in which human activities become more and more circumscribed, become more and more managed through your digital identity and your carbon footprint. Meanwhile, nothing is done to address militarism, big energy, any of those. It's sort of a distraction, and then all of the focus is put on individual behaviors, but not on the larger structural conditions that led to gross global harm of the environment worldwide, especially in the global south, at the behest of global north supply chains. So, you know, I'm by this Impact Hub, which is essentially a network of social entrepreneur membership spaces. So you pay a certain amount of month for access to a membership that is within the identity politics framed, set up as environmentally conscious. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a second. So we're outside of this Impact Hub, which is a global network. It's in, I think, over 60 countries, tens of thousands of what they call social entrepreneurs, and people pay a membership fee, $50 or so a month, to have access to this incubator space, and really as a network to grow your business within the branding of environmental consciousness, right? And so even if they have several tens of thousands of members globally of these impact hubs, which are aligned to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which are really all about channeling global capital for impact metrics, it's a drop in the bucket if you're not addressing militarism, if you're not addressing big oil, if you're not addressing petrochemicals. And the thing that we have to understand within the new world that is rolling out is that this alternative energy future is being built on disruptive technologies that turn life into synthetic life, that is built on nanotechnology, biotechnology, sensors that are invisible, piezoelectric energy harvesting built into smart materials, which are also surveillance materials, sensor technologies that are built into our bodies and the built environment. So we have to understand what kind of green are we actually talking about. Are we looking to put a sensor on every natural thing on the earth so that social entrepreneurs can lay their claim about coming up with a good outcome? Are we going to replace all of our natural trees with cyber synthetic trees that work with 5 and 6G? And maybe are built up with nanotechnology that has some sort of, you know, energy holding device, or, you know, provides a certain sort of beneficial public health outcome with, who knows, like biosensing, you know, nanotech diffusions to provide full-on health effects. You know, are we going to live in that world, or are we going to live in a world that we intend to be good relatives? And if it's the latter, which is the route that I'm taking, that I hope to take, the Dandelion Manifest version of the world of being a good relative, we're not going to solve that problem through identity politics and memberships in gig economy, accelerator, social entrepreneurship spaces. That is meant to be cover for the continuing regime of big energy to remake itself through bio-nanotechnology, and to control, essentially to enact a soft coup of the planet through AI, and to turn natural life into a planetary computer, and it will all run on blockchain. And that is something I'm firmly against. And so I'm just here to point out at this Impact Hub, that it's a fake solution. It's a fake solution meant to allow certain people to feel good about what they're doing, coming up with some sort of environmental app or behavioral modification app. But it's not going to actually get at the crux of the problem, which is a radical solution where we need to rethink globalization, global supply chains, and the role of technology, especially this nanobiotechnology, in our lives.